How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Justice for All. We're going to continue talking to Matt. Well, actually, I think we basically did everything. We saw that he had Cyclops, 5 of them. I don't really know what else we could talk about. I don't know how to get Adrian to come out, because there were 2 options. I assume that I can talk to both. I chose to talk to Matt, but I want to talk to her too. So what if I leave and come back? Okay, apparently we got something here.
Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
I'm not even... I could, like, examine the Cyclops and see what the first question is, but there's no point. I'm not going to be able to break it yet. We'll wait. That's nice. Pearl and Gumshoe. I want that spin-off.
Mr. Nick?
Yes?
Where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before.
Oh, wow. I guess I have to give up on
Go buy that girl some lettuce, you cold-hearted monster. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Aw. I don't eat salad either. It does nothing for me. You gotta eat something else right after, because it doesn't fill you up at all. So now we'll talk to Adrian.
Oh, it's you.
I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Cord had on Mr. Rongard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Rongard, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean.
You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Rongard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
About Miss Celeste Impax.
I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
I'm sorry? I'm not.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why?
I didn't want it to spread just like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
Suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said.
Because she knows that he did it. We've been over this. That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why.
Isn't the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
There's got to be another way. No! Have you paid no attention? Sir, hello! The police are excellent at doing their job. Where have you been? You could not have said a more incorrect statement. Unless you said that Pearl is not adorable. That would be the most incorrect thing.
Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews?
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please, tell me why you did what you did.
Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now?
She's got locks too. How many? Only one, right in the center. A Cyclops, huh?
Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. Oh, shit.
She's only got one. So I'm kind of tempted to check it out, but I don't think I could break it yet either. I don't think they would bring it up just for me to immediately break it. So, I guess we'll leave here? I mean, what else? We already did, like, everything at the hotel. The only thing is that Will was not there, I don't think, and we didn't really get to talk to him at all. But I don't really know what he could bring to this. I'm kind of confused on where to go. There's nothing new here in the hotel. I went to the Criminal Affairs Department, and there was nothing there. This is just our office. We're done at the detention center. I talked to them. I can't break their locks. I mean, there's nothing here either, so I guess I have to go, unless I go back to Matt's house. But I mean, I got nothing else to do, so I guess I'll try to break her lock? Or at least look at it, just because I don't know what else to do. Here you go. There's no way I'm going to be able to do it, though, so it's pointless. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Enguarde for the murder?
I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer.
No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Enguarde.
Well, that's still the reason, but there is more to it.
Or she might not have even thought that he was the killer, but just wanted revenge. But she probably thought that he did do this too.
You said revenge. So you are saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why?
What? You said it, you dumbass! You specifically just told me! Then why did you say it? How's the matter with you? You just told me revenge! Pearl heard it. She knows. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Yes. This can't be the only question. There's got to be more to it than this. Because the answer would obviously be Celeste impacts. So... Hello. Ooh. We got his profile. That's all it says. Yeah, you think so, Phoenix? You think you've met before? Anyway, here you go. But that cannot be the end of the question, because it's too easy. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge, and that is Miss Impax's suicide.
What are you trying to say?
Celeste was Juan's manager.
On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt?
You're right. You haven't mentioned him. Yet.
But for you to hate Mr. Enguarde, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation?
If that room that Maya was in is in Matt's house on the other side of that door with the little cat door in it, that might have been Matt's picture then, because I was like, why the fuck does the killer have a picture of Celeste? But it might have been Matt. But if he caused her death, why does it say that she loves him, or that he loved her, or whatever? So yeah, I knew there'd be more to it, and I definitely don't have anything that can answer this question. We have not established anything. If Mia would go to Maya and see the picture and then come tell me, that would be something. I still wouldn't have it with me, but... I mean, half the shit we don't have with us, we just present it metaphorically or something. So, maybe I need to go back to Matt's house then. That was my only other option anyway. Where do I go from here to get to there? Because, I guess that ended up being a good idea. Because that told me what question I need to answer. And, how the fuck do I get there? Do I go from the hotel? Make it easier, game. It told me what question I need to answer, which is Matt's connection to Celeste. Here we go. And I feel like I can get that from that picture, which I feel like might be here. It looks like no one is around.
What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face?
He did have one of those, didn't he? Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches in his face, so it really is like a giant scar down his face. That's pretty awesome. Or a zipper. I hope it's a zipper.
Shoo, yeah! Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? Meow. Hee come on, let's play.
Okay, Pearl. Play with the cat. I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. Can I move around the house? I cannot. I mean, I examined everything. I didn't examine the table. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if... Okay, we already... I mean... I didn't... Like... What? Oh, okay. Pearl's just like, what are you doing? I didn't miss anything? I didn't think. Yeah, you mean Shu. Maybe Shu will run through, Pearl can follow her, and then there you go. I'm gonna need your help, Pearl. Go through the cat door. The only thing I haven't done is talk to Pearl. Let's talk to Pearl. I don't know what to do. The real person who killed Mr. Corida was...
that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who was his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, whoever, out of all the many people it could be, all one of him. Who? I just can't put my... Who? It's a mystery, it really... Do you think it was... Must have been her. Jesus, guys. Come on now. I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... No, it can't be. Matt Onguard himself? Yeah. What? Outrageous! Truly! You know shit, guys. Did we... I feel like we've arrived at that conclusion about 8 times. Like, let's just... Even ignoring the fact that Edgeworth literally said it to us as a statement of fact, it's come on! Like, I get that it's obvious to me and might not be to them, but it should be to them too. I get that he doesn't want to think that his client is guilty, but it shouldn't be such a question at this point. He should very clearly have been considering it for a while now. Then he is not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Onguard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him... There is the Cyclock thing, but... Oh well. Yeah, there you go. That was the question. Did you kill him? And no, they did not. He did not. He hired someone else to do it. I didn't see any Cyclocks. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. What? So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Wanted bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Yeah? Mr. Onguard's secret? What is this secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corda was going to reveal this secret. That means... Mr. Onguard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corda silenced. Yeah. You're a little late to the party. Which means we have to meet with Mr. So I was supposed to talk to Pearl about that before going to talk to them? Was that required that I talk to her? I've already been to the detention center. Okay, now there's something here. That's kind of stupid, because that's never been the case, ever, I don't think. Because usually when you're at your office, you can talk to Maya or whoever, but it's never been required, as far as I remember. It's always just like, you kind of shoot the shit a little bit about the case. Like, oh, I wonder what's going on. I don't recall a time where it was ever required. I've only done it like once, and that's because I was looking for stuff to do, and it was just random chit-chat every other time. You've never had to do that before, so I didn't think that talking to Pearl was necessary, because it's never been. Anyway. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Who is this? Oh, hello. Mr. Powers. What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. What? And now I'm gonna you're the witness? Since when did you witness anything? So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. When all of a sudden you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh, they said my face and whole self in general looks suspicious or something. Huh, well you do look an awful lot like that lion, and as we know, lions kill with smiles. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? Possibly. He looks so weird. I never really got what they were talking about in the first game when they're like, oh, he's too hideous for children to look at. But when he makes that face, yeah, he looks weird as fuck. His normal face looks fine. He's just a big guy. But anyway. What did you witness? About this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? Oh, I really don't know yet. Oh my god, this show... that looks pretty fucking weird too. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You don't know what you saw? But they do? What is happening?
What, did Franziska tell you what you saw and you just believe her?
Well, the detective told me not to talk about it.
So you did see something. You just didn't realize it was important. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's me.
You got it.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Well, Gumshoe. And Larry, he's not in this game. Edgeworth sometimes. Emma. She didn't exist yet when they made this, but hey. But you're my number one ally, Pearl. Never forget it.
It's gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women.
Oh, shit. That's related to Celeste for sure.
He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Ow, sorry. Didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
Was it Celeste? One person who wouldn't swoon over him? Or it's Adrian. That makes sense too. I don't know. Well, he said he liked her.
You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No. I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey. Did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
I thought... No, that wasn't you that told us. It must have been Edgeworth. You mean Miss Impax? I still think that name is so weird. We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on.
You could just say. I don't need to bring it up. Okay.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a
Yeah.
And they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Corrida? Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. Excuse me. And she said it looks like I may have been caught by an insidious man. Oh my god.
An insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corrida by that? Probably not.
There's no one else that fit... Oh.
What, the bill of insidious? Why would that have to be him? I mean, being caught by doesn't mean in a relationship with. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me... I already talked to them. Oh, shit.
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it?
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
Yeah, I know.
Hey. Huh, we're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Franziska died. Mr. Edgeworth, did he get shot now? Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. I just imagine Edgeworth walking around carrying that giant bear and then getting shot. Him walking around with that bear is a really funny image. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away. Then we should hurry back. Oh, when he said the office, I thought he meant here, but that's right, he works for me now. What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news.
Somehow I doubt that.